Hello students, welcome to virtual classroom. Today we'll start chapter number 9, that is control and coordination. Now you see plants and animals, they both show a control and coordination mechanism. Even it is seen in unicellular organism and even in multicellular organism. So in plants, this is done by sending chemical signals and bringing about various types of movement. And we have learned all this in lower classes, that is phototropic movement or chemotactile movement or thigmotactile movement. Means responses to different types of stimuli. If it is towards light, it is phototropic. If it is towards touch, it is thigmotropic. If it is towards chemicals, it is chemotropic. So animals, especially the higher vertebrates, show gradual increase in the complexity of their control and coordination by giving both electrical and chemical signals. And today in this chapter we learn about the development of nervous system in different animal groups and details of developmental nervous system in human beings. So first we'll see in case of Hydra. So nervous system in Hydra, first of all, Hydra, it is a most primitive living organism and it shows diffuse nervous system. It is having a simple type of nervous system and it consists of sensory cells and nerve cells with their fibers. And the nerve cells are scattered throughout the body and they are interconnected by synapses between their fibers to form nerve net. So two nerve nets are there, one connected towards the epidermis and other one towards the gastrodermis. Here in case of Hydra, sense organs are lacking and even absence of sensory and motor nerves. And there is no polarity, means no direction is shown by nerve impulse. Therefore, activation of sensory cells can happen at any point. And from this point, impulse can be then carried throughout the body. Like for example, catching of prey during feeding. Now, this is the nervous system organization in Hydra. So diffuse networks of neurons are there and there is a ring of ganglia. Now next we will see nervous system in Planaria. They are also called as flatworm. Again, Planaria, they are primitive animals and it has central nervous system located on ventral side of the body. It consists of mass of cerebellar or cephalic ganglion and appears like inverted U-shaped brain. So these lie in the anterior or you can say head region from each ganglion. So from each ganglion, 9 branches arises towards outer side. And a pair of ventral nerve cord arises ventrally from below the ganglia. And these ganglions are interconnected to each other by transfer nerve. And the peripheral nerve plexus, they arises laterally from ventral nervous system or you can say ventral nerval cord. And the peripheral nervous system includes sensory cells which are arranged in lateral cords in the body. and there are presence of photosensory structures. So in the figure you can see eye spot is there, brain, then nerve cords are there, and they are arranged in a transverse manner. So these eyes, they are located on dorsal side of brain, and even single sensory cells, they are scattered in the body. So both the animals which we have seen, they are having primitive type of nervous system. We have seen Hydra also, and in flatworm, that is the planae also. So both they are showing diffuse type of nervous system, and this diffuse types of nervous system is the important landmark, and it is seen in lower organisms. So this is all about today's. In the next video we will discuss about the neural tissue. I hope you have understood. Okay then children, goodbye, take care.